We have a car. My keys have pretty much fully assembled the car.
Car's ready to go.
In Chem-E Car, we make a shoebox-sized car powered and stopped by chemical reactions. We take it to different competitions, regionals and nationals, and we have to have it go a certain distance, anywhere from 15 to 30 meters, and we find that out at the competition. We make a sort of a timer for it to stop itself, which we use an iodine clock reaction, and then we make our own power source, and we're using batteries.
Just the team in general. I work with 3 other mechanicals. We have a lot of fun. I love our electrical engineer and all the chemical engineers. The friends I've made on the team, and it's very much the corroboration that has been the favorite for me.
I definitely agree with that. My favorite part of the team has been working with everybody and being able to see the car as start from an idea and go to a finished project, especially because we've been pretty successful lately. All of last semester we spent planning and designing and coming up with ideas for the car and for the clock and for the batteries. It was a lot of having to redo things and relook things over because what we had originally thought was going to work wasn't. A lot of iterating. But now we kind of have our design in place. The clock reaction group, they are pretty well on their way doing stuff. Batteries, all the stuff is in place to start ordering. We have a car. My keys have pretty much fully assembled the car.
Car's ready to go.
And so it's really cool to finally see everything be put together, and nice to know that all of the bit of the stress that was there last semester is paying off.
I joined Chem-E Car. It was kind of a weird path to Chem-E Car. So I'm a mechanical engineer, and about 3 months into my freshman year, I thought maybe I should probably join a club. Get some student involvement, and Chem-E Car was the first poster I saw in the hallway. So I emailed the captain at the time and asked if I could join, and I've been with the team ever since.
I joined Chem-E Car this past year. I needed something to do. I got out of my apartment and went to one of the meetings, and I ended up being vice president for this past end of the season. And then it was just I showed up one day and I just never left. It was really fun. I love being able to work with everybody on the team. It's really easy to get involved. There's always something for everybody to be doing. And if you're looking for a leadership position, there's pretty much always one available. We have 4 different majors that are currently represented on the team. We have electrical engineers. They do all of our circuitry and wiring. We have some computer science engineers. They do our coding. We have some mechanical engineers like Tyler, and they do all of the mechanical stuff, all of the 3D printing, and motors, and wheels, gears, and whatnot. And then we have chemical engineers like myself, and they help work with the clock and the batteries.
We all do different things, and for example, I could not tell you a single thing about the chemistry that goes into the car. So it's cool. We all have our different aspects and our different ideas, but they've all merged together, and we're always looking for more. We can use more help in any sort of engineering majors, even some of the marketing and things like that. Because we have to make videos and posters and all these fun things.
Pretty much anybody that joins will be able to find some sort of niche that corresponds with their major so they can be involved. There's obviously no large-scale processes or reactions that are going on, but we're using a lot of critical thinking skills, logic and reasoning, all the general physics and chemistry stuff that you're going to learn in the classes. And also it's a lot of teamwork, because in the real world, you're going to end up working with different engineers. And this is a time that you don't often get in a lot of your core class, that we don't often get in our core classes, where we're able to work cross-disciplinary, just like we would in a real life plant or job.
A lot of what I do in the car, I'm one of the mechanical engineers. We do the 3D printing and getting the motors ready, doing some soldering, things like that. And in your ME 101, ME 201 classes, you learn how to do almost all those things. So what I've learned in class has been very applicable into what I've put into the car. And I've actually done some stuff with the car that I wouldn't have gotten in class. So they kind of are very tandem off each other. And I've learned a lot, and I've had a lot of fun. Getting close to that target distance is extremely satisfying. Because when ours doesn't have there's no braking, nothing like that. So it moves and then it just stops. So you don't know if it's going to stop way too early, way too late, or right at that close spot. For example, regionals last year, I think it was 15.5 meters, and we were a few centimeters away from that target distance, and it was just incredible. Super satisfying.
When we do well at competitions, or even when we're participating in the competitions at all, we try to go out for some sort of team dinner, team lunch. We all hang out. When we're at the competitions, it's the first time that we get to kind of have a break from the constant busy of working on the car. So it's really nice to be able to go out and about and see the different cities that we travel to for the competitions, or just hang out and do fun stuff as a team rather than schoolwork or major related activities related to the car.
For me, it was definitely a build-up. I came in a little late last year, so everyone kind of already had what they were working on, and I kind of joined and just, kind of started being very quiet, talk here, talk there, and now the other mechanicals that I work with, I text all the time. I'm in classes with them, and I sit next to them and do homework with them, and so it's very built up for me, but now I'm very glad about the friendships I made.
I knew a small chunk of the people that were on the team when I joined. That was helpful. And then some of the people I didn't know, but I know better now. It wasn't super hard to meet anybody or make friends with anybody. We're a smaller team. Everybody's so involved with each other's areas, working on different parts of the car, that you end up making friends with people pretty much no matter what. And the more involved you are, the easier it is.
I would say the first "this is awesome" moment for me, when we're all, I was working on the car with the batteries and the clock reaction hadn't been integrated to it yet. Our electrical circuit is just starting to get put together. And when we first did our test, our last year on our last year's car, this car here, the first test where it actually moved, it went way left. It didn't stop when it was supposed to, but we actually got it to move, and it looked like we were going to be able to do something, make something work. That was kind of this is pretty sweet moment. The most confidence I've learned, the actual mechanical engineering things we're doing are pretty elementary, very basic, but it's the being able to problem solve, critically think, and work with others. Before this, I've only ever had classes with other mechanical engineers, so that cross-disciplinary, working with chemicals. For example, usually Josephine says, we need this to happen, this to happen, this to happen, go design something. And so it kind of getting deliverables and using it and integrating it with other engineering disciplines has been kind of a very cool moment, and something that I've learned outside the classroom. Join Chem-E Car, it's a very commit as much time as you want kind of club, where if you don't want to spend very much time, kind of come to the meetings, maybe do a small task here and there, we can find something for you. If you want to put everything you have into this car, we can definitely use you. But yes, definitely come in any major. We can find something for you, what would be helpful to us. And what's really cool is every year we have to make a new car. The chemistry has to change. So we always are planning for next year too. So if you're thinking, this car's already built, next year we're just going to build a new one. So it's a lot of opportunities.